Okay guys, so this is my way of doing a deep cleaning. As you can tell, I'm in the bathroom right now. I have the camera set up towards the sink, so I'm gonna be speaking kind of right next to it. And so what you're gonna need is just any soft kind of sponge. Like, you know how there's like different kinds of sponges for like the dishes and stuff? This is just like the softer version. It's not all that rough. It's actually quite thin. I think this is good enough to clean it. This is what I use. And then I just stole some of my younger siblings' shampoo and kind of body bath, and this is what I use to deep clean my brushes. As you can tell, I have my brushes over there. I don't want to pan it up because it's gonna go crazy. And so we'll start off, I guess, with, oh, before I start off, I'm not gonna be able to show you where after like you dry it up, where I'm drying it up, because the thing is right behind me. But basically I just have a paper towel laid down on the cover of the toilet, and I'll just like place my brushes there, and then I take that paper towel into my room and leave it to dry. I'm just telling you that because obviously it's not going to be shown. But what I do is just turn on my tap tiny bit, a little bit of the warm and a little bit of the cold. Okay, let's see. Not too much to the point where I'm like wasting water, because obviously it'll be running for majority of the time. So maybe that's enough. Okay, it's not even, like, to be honest, the water's not even warm, so I probably don't even need this. Yep, that's fine. So I'm gonna wet my sponge all over first, like that. And once it's completely soaked, I will put a little bit of the shampoo, baby shampoo right there, and kind of spread it around like that. And I'll take my first brush. So what I'm gonna do, the first one I like to do are all my big brushes. So this right here is my blush brush by Real Techniques. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it underneath the running water like this to just kind of soak it, and then just what's it called, have like not wrap it around, but kind of just swirl it like this onto the sponge. As you can see, the shampoo started to lather up, and so I'm just having the tips of my brush swirl around there. That's where most of the products kind of accumulate when you apply your product. So, okay, and then once you feel like you've swirled it enough times, I'll set that aside. I squeeze my brush and let out all the liquid that's in it. I mean the water. And the water is obviously going to come out whatever color the brush works with, like product-wise. So, once I did that, I'm going to run it again under the water and then squeeze as I go. Be careful not to get the water too far up on your ferrule, is that how you say it? Because you don't want the water to loosen up the glue inside of it. So there we go. Okay, the water's a little too hot now, so I'm just gonna, you want the water to be kind of lukewarm, not too hot, because that will also cause the glue inside your inside your brush to kind of unravel, and that's not a good thing. Okay, so once the water that you're squeezing out turns to clear, which means there's most likely no product accumulation left on the brush, just take your hand and kind of push it down to get rid of most of the water out of the bristles. And then once it's a little, not a lot of water coming out anymore, just lay it down onto the paper towel sideways like this to let it dry. And they normally dry within probably, to be honest, I don't know how many hours, but I like to leave them overnight to kind of get them all nice and dry. And so I'm going to take a little bit more on here because I'm working with the big brushes, so it needs a little bit more shampoo on there. So do the exact same thing. Soak it under the water take it and swirl it onto the sponge. Let it out. Run it under the water again to rinse it while squeezing at the same time to get rid of the soap out of the hair. And then I'm going to show you how I do my eye brushes. Well, one of them. So I would like to run my sponge under the water a little bit every once in a while because it kind of like makes the shampoo bubble a little more. And with eye brushes, it doesn't need to have as much shampoo on the sponge because obviously it's a tiny brush, so you can kind of get it with whatever excess shampoo you have on the sponge. So I don't have to add more. So what I just do is run it a little bit. You don't need to run it long under the water because it is small. And then just swirl it. This is my crease brush, and so it's really dirty right now. Make sure that not to like push your brush down onto it because that's very harsh for your brush. So kind of just let the tip swirl onto the sponge. And then once you can tell that's kind of clean, just run it under the water and then not squeeze it, but kind of massage the brush a little bit. Let the water out. Eye brushes are typically easier to clean just because they are small and the products come out pretty fast. Okay, so now this is good to go to dry up. And so that is just a really quick way for me to do my how to like deep clean my brushes. And I know there's other ways that people like to do it, but this is kind of my fastest, easiest way to deep clean my brushes. And so I hope you guys found that helpful, and thank you for watching.